Io sono Loredana Berze e questo è ESC. Buonasera a tutti. Good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's our third time of having an after-show party after Sanremo. I'd like to say hello to everybody that's in the chat room. There'll be more joining us. Hi, Tracy. Oh, Tracy and Dan. And hello to our guests. I'm going to put my glasses on because I can see nothing without them. And on my right, stop televoto. Donna.
Ciao a tutti.
Buonasera.
So now the question is it buonasera or is it buongiorno?
Oh no, it'd be buonasera because it's evening, so yeah.
Oh, okay. When does
I
it
would say
become
it's even
buongiorno?
more buonanotte because it's actually night, so...
Oh yeah, true.
Buonanotte, buonanotte. Buonanotte, Mr. Excellency.
Buonanotte, buonasera, buongiorno. I don't know.
Thank you for joining us from Belgium.
You're welcome.
From the equally glamorous Bridlington, we've got the equally glamorous Phil and Loredana Berze.
I've come dressed as a manatee.
Alien manatee.
And it's middle of the day over in America, and we've got Valmont got.
No, not even here. It's night. It's dark.
Is it? My
Yes.
goodness. But we said this every time, haven't we?
It's been that long that the sun has very much gone down hours ago. I even might have had a little nap during Mr. Rain. Don't tell him.
I might have had a bit of a nap and then a coffee and then Phil going, you need to wake up now and put makeup on. So yeah.
She's just said to me who won. It was a very boring show. It was a boring show, predictable. The winner was known from start to finish. We haven't really got anything to say, have we?
I don't think the winner was known from start to finish, to be fair.
No, I'm joking.
I don't agree. So I agree with Michelle there. I don't think the winner was like at all. I think everybody else expected another winner instead of Angelina Mango, which I'm very happy about that she won. But I think everybody thought Gaulier was going to win, especially in Italy.
Okay. So Mikey, can you explain?
I mean, I was asked. Oh, sorry, Andy. I was just going to say I had sort of swithered that she could win. You know, there was a strong potential there. And she was definitely gaining a following, particularly after the covers night. So
yeah, if anyone could, she was the only one for sure.
Yeah.
So Donna, explain to our viewers about the covers night and the importance of that in her journey towards winning.
The covers night is something that sort of gives everyone a little light relief. Because you normally end up with almost regular singers that come on. You'll get lots of big names, artists that have been on to Sanremo before, and they'll duet with the current competitors and sing either favourite songs in Italian or international songs as well. So you can get quite a few big songs in English and things like that. And this time Angelina chose to sing songs of her father, who was called Mango. And he died over 10 years ago, I think. But he was very well loved in Italy by many, many Italians. I couldn't honestly name you any of his songs, but it was a standing ovation moment anyway. And a lot of people. Really
am I right in thinking Mango died whilst performing on stage?
I think so, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I think it was something about a concert. Yes, it was always something with a concert. I did not know, maybe before a concert, maybe during this concert. That's what it really is really unsure, but I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
So Angelina Mango won her semi-final, and Shirley won the other one. Mr. Excellence, tell us a little bit about the Neapolitan challenger for the title, please.
Yes, the nipple talent challenger was in the beginning there was a little bit of a controversy because he started to say from like, okay, it's going to be in Neapolitan, which the Italians for sure did not like, because they had an idea of, he was saying from like, yeah, I only speak Neapolitan, I only eat Italian, I'm Neapolitan. So the Italians were a little bit from like, oh, okay, so you're not going to sing in Italian, and they were a little bit, okay, what are we going to do with this now? And that he's performing on Sanremo was already a big thing, but Amadeus already said from like, okay, Sanremo is a modern competition, became a modern competition, so everybody's welcome here. And yes, Gaulier, he really, at the end, he really impressed the votes. He really got the televote in Italy going. And first was the idea from like, hey, a whole Naples voted, but actually it turned out that actually people from Milan, from Rome, everywhere in Italy were the most voters for him than actually the people in Naples. So it really was a little bit of a thing here in Italy. So yeah.
And we're able to welcome Eugenio,
Hello.
who's just wrapped up his radio show.
Yes.
So
Hi.
Eugenio, question for you. Good evening. Buonanotte.
Buonanotte.
Now
Yes.
that
Buongiorno, actually, almost.
Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Now that Joliet hasn't won,
Yes.
is the rest of Italy going to take him to their hearts?
No, this will go for long, and tomorrow in the Sunday show, there will be a lot of talking about it, because I don't know if you've seen the votes and the recap of the votes and the percentages. So Geolier came down at 25% overall, beat like against Angelina Mango, who had overall more vote, but he won the televote with the 60% of the televoting out of 5 people. That means that the jury of the press and the jury of the radio, exactly like I thought, and I said yesterday, did everything in their power to bring him down. And that means also that there is a part of Italy that tomorrow actually probably has already started screaming, saying this is not what people want.
So do you think they'll be driving their tractors?
There will be a lot of drama, there will be a lot of backlash, there will be a lot of discussions about the fact that he's the real winner because the televoting has voted that way. It would be a sort of, general bad thing. A little bit like when at the Eurovision Il Volo won the televoting, but didn't overall, won the contest. And Geolier has been we've been talking about this live, it's been it's been polarizing Italy like a proper football match. And at least that needs to be recognized to him, because it's like Marmite. You either love him or hate him.
It's not the first time that a result hasn't gone down.
No.
With the Italian public. I have seen the end of the 1992 competition where they had televoting, and like tonight they showed the results from the worst to the second best, and the second best was Mia Martini. They brought her on stage. She started crying and said, "What do I have to do to win this competition?" And the answer was, well, not appear when there's somebody that's currently very successful. And then they made her sing again. It was absolutely awful. So you've got history about doing this sort of thing.
Yes, we do. I think making Angelina Mango win was the most politically correct choice, because everyone is technically happy. But unfortunately, that little graphic appearing at the bottom of Rai Uno at the very end that says that Geolier won the 60% of the votes will have a whole half of Italy, the south of Italy, saying we have our winner, is not the girl who won, which is from the south also, but it would be polarizing even more, in my opinion.
So Lena, how could Angelina Mango turn this around? Well, she could turn it around by winning Eurovision. Do you think she can?
Maybe. I mean, never count Italy out for sure. I do wonder if, because I feel like there was such an uproar about the covers night when Jolier won. I do wonder if he hadn't won the cover, if there wouldn't have been such a unified front and he might have won today. Like, I think the cover actually sunk him, and it would have been flipped if Angelina had won the cover. I think people would have been very happy with that. And then if he had won the whole show, at least the televoting audience, it's a big percentage. It's even bigger when Mahmoud beat Ultimo and he had a bigger televote, and he was so mad he didn't even show up to the press conference the next day, and we all called him a bad sport. So it's funny. It could have gone either way. Like, there's another universe that split off where I feel like it was flopped.
And Annalisa?
So sad for
Always
Annalisa.
bridesmaid.
I know she's I guess she's the Mia Martini. She's just like, what does she have to do? She's beautiful. She sang great. I love it. It was maybe my favorite song of the top 3. So I know she's on the cover of TV Cerisi again.
So how many times has she entered, and where's she come in the past? Is this the best result? Donna, you're probably the one to ask that question to.
Well, I think it's 5 times that she's actually appeared. But I don't actually have where she came in all of that, unfortunately. Sorry.
I don't remember seeing her in the on the podium.
I think this is her best result.
Yeah.
She's definitely been third before, because I know she's been on the cover of the magazine, but I can't remember if it was ever higher than that.
I'll do a quick look.
Michelle?
We're just asking the Google at the moment.
You're asking Google. Anybody in the chat room know how many times Annalisa's been in it? Now, before we came on air, I was having a slight difficulty with my wig, and I was getting absolute hell from the boss here. Now look at her. And they're on mute as well. I mean, bloody hell. Come on.
You have no idea how much effort it was to get this wig sorted out. It's been brushed, it's been trimmed.
Phil's had it on his head while I brushed it.
Yeah.
It's been quite a traumatic night, to say the least.
But I have to say, so I was going to say about the top 5. Anyone in the top 5 should be proud, because it was a strong Sanremo this year.
Absolutely.
And they all deserve to be in the top 5, whatever you think.
I think the most surprising for me of the singers that was Gali, who got better and better and better all the way through the week. He started off okay.
Yeah, so then
by the end of the week, he was. Oh no, he deserved to be in the top 5, absolutely. But I was surprised. If you'd have asked me on the first night, I wouldn't have given him a hope.
Yeah, I was surprised.
He really got better.
I think he got better as the alien manatee got closer and closer. Maybe there was like some weird energy.
Yeah.
Boosting his performance.
Alien manatee energy that he needed. And as soon as he got that, he was like, that's it. I'm away. I'm fine.
But I would have to say about Jolier, I also thought his performance was better tonight than it had been earlier. Earlier in the week, I didn't really rate his performance at all. But tonight, I thought he was spot on.
He was like a stick it to you. I'm going to the audience. I'm bringing myself to you. Here I am. Look at me. I don't care what you think. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to sing this in front of you. And that was really good. And I think maybe it's a shame that he didn't win because of his attitude of, look, here I am. I quite like that.
But we're Eurovision fans. We like somebody that comes second, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I'm still don't start. I'm so angry about Cardi.
But I would say that I know Sanremo is its own thing in its own right, but I do think Angelina Mango will do better in Eurovision than Jolier would have.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think she'll do better than Annalisa would have?
I don't know, because
I think it's
Quando.
Well, if you love me, tell me when.
She's got like the catchy Quando bit. Did anybody else, every time somebody sang Quando, take a drink and go, quando, quando, quando? Or was it just us? Because
No, not just you.
because I was half shit-faced after Annalisa finished because I was counting how many quandos she did. And then I was going, quando, quando, and yeah, it took some time, but it was so much fun. And I think, oh God, this is awful, that she might have done better due to the catchiness of it and everybody knowing quando, quando, quando.
Mhm.
And I know that's quite bad and it's really old-fashioned, but I think you need that catchy little hook.
But on the
A lot
other
of
side,
younger people won't know that song, though, Michelle.
I know.
I'm 29.
Yeah.
What?
Round your inside leg. There's one for the youth. Hello, Paulie Paul and Tom. I think Tom's joining us tomorrow at some point.
I'd like to say I've never
Mr. Excellent. Mr. Excellent. I've got a question for you.
yes,
When are we going to hear the Belgian entry?
yes.
Are we going to hear it soon?
I think they said on the 20th of February, so that would be in 10 days, and they organized a little very close group, so you could be invited and there to listen to the song as in a premiere, and that would be on the 19th. So yeah, I'm excited about the Belgian song, but yeah, let's see what it gives that. But to be honest with you, I'm more passionate about the Italian songs and on the Belgian songs because, you know, like I'm saying always, I'm half Italian. So by now, so it's basically the best of both worlds I have now.
Yes, indeed. And what did you think of Mahmoud? Were you
Mahmoud, I
disappointed
love.
he didn't get into the top 5?
Maybe it was not top 5 material this year. I thought it was good. It was very catchy, but like as said earlier, it was a very strong Sanremo. I think from the ones that I watched, the strongest, and I think Mahmoud was not strong enough, not convincing enough to be in the top 5 because otherwise, yeah, we had Annalisa, we had Angelina Mango, we had Gali, Golier. We are already those big, very big names. So Mahmoud to be in the top 5, I did not expect it. I was not surprised that he wasn't in the top 5.
I wonder if he was surprised. Because no, he's been in the final twice.
Yes, and he's been winning also twice. Sanremo, just everything basically he participated. So yeah, I think for him not being in top 5 would be a little bit of a shock.
Yeah, Eugenio, do you think he could have seen that as a winning song?
Oh yeah, definitely. Mahmoud has a big following, but is more appreciated internationally than in Italy. So if you see the sales, there is no comparison. If you compare it with Annalisa Geolier in terms of how the music, the streaming, the streaming numbers, the sales, and for the televote, I actually grabbed the screenshot of that moment. And Geolier ended with 60% of the televote. Angelina Mango, which is the second one, and the televote, 16%. Just to give you an idea of the difference. Then at the third for the televote, it was Gali with 8.3%. The fourth one, Annalisa, with 8%. And last one, Irama, with 7.5%. So the difference is huge. It's incredible. So if you think that then Geolier came second, they really destroyed him. The press really destroyed him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
think that was coordinated?
I think it was coordinated. Well, so we had a person in the press room today for Glitterbeam, and we spoke about it. He spoke about it also very, very openly about how indecent word that was that press room tonight, because apparently the press room was very noisy and very booing, even when Geolier was just performing. And it was very unpolite. Let's not forget that today, during the press conference for Geolier, a journalist, which I try to catch all evening because I really wanted to have a couple of words with her live on air, but I couldn't. A journalist asked him if why he wasn't feeling embarrassed because yesterday he won compared to other actors were better than him. That's not a question. That's purely go to someone and, dig against him. So I think it was coordinated. and they managed to find a coordination. The problem at the beginning was very political. They liked Angelina Mango, they liked Annalisa, and they were split between the two. And by being split between the two, they weren't coordinating enough to beat Geolier. So they managed to coordinate on one of them, and they did it. It's what the mathematics shows here. And I'm not saying it's wrong, you know. I do think, therefore, the Eurovision is a lot better to send Angelina Mango than Geolier. Geolier would have been interesting, weird, but not really Eurovision material. But is it like this that it should work? Like there has to be a coordination to vote against someone instead of voting for someone? You know, I think this is the annoying part.
Would there have been any element of not wanting to send him to Eurovision because of Italian pride, or would that just not come into it for Sanremo?
No, it was about the language. It was mainly about the language, about the fact that he was singing in Neapolitan. And I don't particularly care, because when we go in Eurovision and we sing in Italian, out of 500 million people watching, 490 million, they don't understand what we're saying anyway. So if we sing in Neapolitan, if we sing in Italian, for a person from Latvia, that makes absolutely no difference.
Could I just interject on what you just said then, Eugenio, about people not understanding the language? I didn't start listening to Sanremo until we were doing a show a few years ago, and Andy said, "Oh, well, one shot, can you come on?" And I said, "Yeah." We said yes, and we had to listen to the songs, and it was Diodato with Fire Mare, and I listened to that, and I cried, and I had no idea what it was on about. Then I Googled it, then I watched a video with the subtitles on, and oh my God, it was beautiful. And Sanremo had me hooked from them, but I didn't know what the words were, but I knew that they affected me somehow. So I think it doesn't matter what language you sing your song in for Eurovision. If it has meaning and you sing it with feeling, people, I feel like I'm going to cry now, because it's like going on about Diodato. It's like, it's if it touches you, it touches you, no matter what language it's in. And I think that's the issue, is that it doesn't matter if it's in Neapolitan.
I completely agree. And there are a lot of songs that are catchy and make you dance and make you happy, even if the lyrics are absolutely shite.
Are you referring to Cardia?
No.
Because I love Cardia, but I still don't know what the words mean.
No. I'm referring of, for example, when I was a lot younger in the 90s, and I didn't speak English at all. I remember that I was hooked on a British song, which was "Life" by Desiree. And then I read the lyrics, and was the most idiotic thing I've ever read in my life. What?
Yes. Something
I'm
about
afraid
a ghost
in the dark, especially when I walk in the park. What the hell?
Something about a ghost.
But Eugenio,
ghost. Yeah.
The difference between Italian songs is that the Italian songs, the music is an embellishment to the lyrics.
Yes.
With English pop songs, it's all about the music, and the words just have to rhyme.
But this is changing now, eh? This in Italy is changing as well. They are paying more attention to the music than the lyrics. I mean, it's not. It's Annalisa song, even Angelina Mango. They're not pure poetry. Let's face it. They're catchy.
Let's go over to America, Lena. So you've got. Tell us what's in your background. Explain something about this song.
It's Golly's alien friend Rich. I love him. I'm obsessed with him. Look at his little hair. Yeah, so as I said on the show earlier, I was indeed correct that he got closer to the stage every night. He directed one night, and then tonight he finally made it to the stage in his like glittery tracksuit and joined Golly on stage. I just love him. So I was already a big Golly fan. I'm so happy Golly got top 5. That was really, really what I that was my dream for him. So I'm extremely, extremely pleased. I mean, his covers night like was exceptionally beautiful, and I think that was part of what kind of vaulted him up to that top 5 level. But yeah, so he has this alien character, and the alien today, he like went around the town of Sanremo and he like got lost and he went to the sea, and then they did a live video where like Gali's in bed and he's like, "Where are you?" He's like, "Dove say," and he's like at the ocean and he's like, "Oh no," and then there's all these Instagram posts where he had to find his way home, and it was very charming. I was very charmed by it. And then of course at the end when everything about being like a foreigner, the themes of being a foreigner in your own country and not belonging, and mia casa tua casa, what is the difference? They're all the same. We're all people trying to get along. And then the alien came on stage with him, and then of course Gali had, I think, knowing he would not have another opportunity to give like a speech because he was not going to win, took his moment to give a bit of a speech. And then I think we all saw when the alien whispered in his ear and said, "Stop genocide." So I love Gali. I think like Gali accomplished exactly what he came to do, and his alien friend, I love him. I want a little like stuffed animal of him.
I'm surprised you can't buy them. You probably can do.
I'll make
next
one.
week.
I'll craft my own.
Mike, I want to ask you about the covers night.
Yes.
This is Friday night, and all 30 contestants sing a cover on their own or with somebody of their choosing, and it counts towards the result on Saturday. Do you think that's right?
I think it's right because it's a part of Sanremo, and I think, the cover night doesn't for foreigners. I don't think it's like, foreigners. Well, I don't think it's a big of a deal, but for the Italians, it's a big of a deal, and I think it's very interesting to see how it accumulates with the points, and I think it's actually right because why wouldn't it be right? I think it's also Sanremo. We have to also remember that Sanremo is not. Basically, officially, it's for many Italians, it's not a preliminary. The final, the national selection for Eurovision. So the covers night, it really adds up just for the contest in the whole Sanremo concept. So I think it's right.
Okay, and just to shout out again, we've got quite a lot of people in the chat room. It's lovely to see because Eugenio, yes, hello.
I just wanted to say to Lena. That because they go to the radio after every artist, and she's so keen on the alien and Gali that the alien that is gone progressively evening after evening closer. Tonight they got finally married.
Stop it! I'm so well, that means now Rich can stay. He can stay in Italy now.
Yes, they got married, so it got
I
the
love
citizenship.
That's my favorite thing. Oh my god, power couple. I did want to ask Eugenio real quick. Do you think the press room would have gone as far with throwing it one way if Eurovision hadn't been a factor, or do you think over the past few years it's become enough of a factor that they really just didn't want Julia to win, or they really just didn't want Julia to win plus Eurovision? Like, what do you think?
Oh no, it's the latter. They didn't want to win plus Eurovision, which. They still don't get fully. I mean, right today has aired an advertisement for the Eurovision with Ukrainian flag in the logo, and it's in Sweden. So they still don't get it.
It's the same colours there.
So you think it would have been the same even if there was no Eurovision? The press would have done the same thing?
Oh, yes. Yeah, because it's a north-south divide there. Yeah. There is a north-south issue.
So Spain's national final was a couple of weeks ago, and that was full of controversy as well. But the winner was the controversial character, and
it's going to be.
There was a lot of booing in that national final. We do know there are no Spanish on the panel tonight, so they won't mind me saying this. But Spanish fans can get very, very, very worked up. Eugenio, what are Italian fans like?
Oh, they're the same. We share a lot of similarity. Yes, we share a lot of similarity with the cousins over the other side. Funnily enough, they don't particularly like each other, but we share a lot of similarities. So we are exactly the same. The passion is the same. So very hooked. And I would have thought, given the winning act in Spain, that Loredana Berté would have been a perfect answer for Spain from us.
Yes.
In my opinion. Because it's the same vibe. We don't have naked dancers, but she could have.
Indeed, she could. Donna, what did you think of Loredana Berté tonight?
I thought this was the best performance she gave the entire week as well. She was really on form, and her song has definitely, like so many others, grown for me the whole week. So I was quite pleased that she actually won the Mia Martini Award as well. And I think we mentioned that she did.
Lovely,
yes. So it's as Eugenio said last time, it's come full circle for her now. So just to complete the set, it would have been nice to see her there. Actually, it would have been quite fun, but yeah, no, she's done a good job this year.
Yeah, she's
Bjorn
been brilliant.
Borg could sleep another day.
Yeah.
And it also shows like her experience professional. Like the other night, her in-ears weren't working. She couldn't hear the track or the click. So she was like, stop. Got it sorted out. Can be very off-putting for an artist, but straight back on, sang the song brilliantly.
Yeah, as if nothing had happened. Yeah.
That's a proper experienced pro. Could have thrown a lot of people off. She didn't, and she's great. She's been great all week. It'd been great if she'd gone to Eurovision. It'd been brilliant.
Well, yes, I think we're all a little bit sad, but I expect this is probably her retirement from competition singing. She's been doing it for 40 years now, and good result to go out on, I would have said.
Absolutely.
Right, where do we think Italy's going to come in Eurovision? And we'll start with Phil and Michelle.
I think they're going to qualify.
I think this is a good one. We do have an actual clip of the song if you want to play that.
Would you like to see the winner, Andy?
No,
okay, here we go.
Right.
Oh,
well, we're doing it anyway for the edit later.
Yeah,
that's all we're allowed because of the YouTube.
The copyright, but yeah, I love that song. I thought it was great, and I think it'll do well. I can see it can be top 5, to be honest.
I like the fact that she seems on stage. She seems so confident, and that she's on her own. Yet she's moving and filling the stage. Yet it doesn't seem like she's sort of just one person in a big stage. It's really fantastic. We've seen a lot of people over the years at Eurovision that are on their own and they've danced and it looks sad and you think, oh, bless them, what's going on? Why has nobody put anything around them?
I do feel sad for the people who had her on Sanremo because she did stumble on the stairs.
She fell.
I believe that's minus 20 points.
Yeah, that was definitely. She styled it out by having to sit down.
She did. Because, I think it's another minus, isn't it, if you sit down?
Oh, was it? But she turned her ankle, you could see that, and she sat, but she carried on singing. Even though I've done that a million times playing netball, and it's a injury that you need to walk out, and it takes at least 5 minutes before it goes away. She stumbled away. She styled it out well, but I think she can move, and it's really cool. It's really sort of sexy as well. I think she's definitely a top 10.
I think it's great that Italy's sending a woman for a change, and also that it's an up-tempo song. It's a good dance song.
Yes, that's nice. Yeah,
it's good mixing it up.
But with seeing what's already qualified. Well, for Eurovision, from what we've seen, there's some proper weird stuff going on this year. I'm not sure what's happening, but it's all slightly gone mental, and this seems to be the calm in the storm. So, do you know what? I'm changing my prediction. I think it could be top 5 from what I've seen so far of everything else, which is mental. I think it could be top 5.
She might struggle against Finland.
Do you think?
No.
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 I'm back. Sorry, my laptop just went down.
Oh,
You're right, Mike.
Okay.
You're right, Mike. No problem.
No, I don't think she's going to struggle against Finland. But I love her confidence, and I love the fact that she sort of shakes everything, but in a really sort of cool, sexy way. I sort of think I'm doing that, and I just look like a sack of spuds going mental. But in my head, I would love to think that I had that silhouette. She's super, super cool, and I love it.
So we think top 5.
Five.
I
Eugenio?
think so, yeah.
Top 5, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hello, Mikey. Yes, you think top 5 as well.
Absolutely.
Do you think Italy comes with a load of points in the bag before they set foot on stage?
I'm sorry?
Do you think that Italy has a certain number of points just because they're Italy?
Yes, I think it does, because I can relate, because I think the language on itself is magic. It's a magical language. It's Italy because Italy has points because it's Italy, and I think that they're finally giving something different that we saw from other ballads, like a pop up tempo song. Angelina Mango, which is a person that really, really takes you in. I mean, she only has, I think, 3 songs before Sanremo. So yeah, she became like a superstar in Italy. So yeah, I think I think Italy has points just because it's Italy.
Eugenio, I want to ask you about Luxembourg in relation to the Italian song. They're quite similar, and Luxembourg making its triumphant return to Eurovision as Italy did in 2011. How do you think the 2 songs are going to get on together in the competition?
I think I would say top 10 for both. I wouldn't go that far for top 5. If I would go with what came out in terms of Eurovision so far, I would agree with Michelle and his top 5, because what is in Eurovision so far is but I don't know what else is gonna come up. So I would say top 10 to say safe for both of them. I don't believe Italy has a set of points because of Italy, because Emma came 21st. So we actually don't have a great record with women that we send singing. Francesca Michelin, Emma. We go well when we send good-looking Italian guys. You know, like Mengoni, Il Volo, Mahmood, and so let's not forget the Eurovision is a lot of televoting. So I think from that point of view, I would say top 10 though. The only thing with Angelina Mango is that if you consider a Eurovision song, I would say, yeah, it's a good song, but it's like I've already heard this at Eurovision. It's not something really new. It's
new.
It's about,
is it new for Italy, but old for Eurovision?
Yeah.
An interesting turn of events. Lena, how do you think that Angelina is going to get on?
Oh, I agree with everyone else. I think it could go as high as top 5 for sure. Absolutely.
Oh, we're not looking at a winner now.
I don't know. Like you said, I think it's a little too soon in the season with everything that's out. But I mean, maybe. I mean, it depends on what they do with it. I mean, she does. She has like a real spark on stage. I really like watching her. Like I didn't know her from anybody before the contest. I saw her name, and I had no recognition. I was like, "Who is this Mango lady?" Like I've never heard of her. And now I'm just like, "Yeah, really like her." I thought she did really well. I think the song is fun, but she does have the vocal chops. I'm not worried about her not being able to deliver it, because she delivered absolutely everything she attempted on stage this whole time, even with the fall. So, yeah, I don't know. Sky's the limit, honestly.
Yeah, Eurovision fans have a habit of hoping that somebody that they know from Eurovision is going to win Sanremo. And this year there were 6 former Eurovision contestants. None of them did particularly well. How did you find Il Volo? Were you surprised that they did so badly? Yeah. Still to you.
Oh, I loved Uvolo. I loved Uvolo. I loved the song. Like, it's my guilty pleasure song. Like, I was just screaming Capolavoro at the TV. Like, I understand, also, like, they're another one. I think they are very beloved internationally. Like I've seen them twice actually in New York at a huge venue, a Radio City Music Hall, really, really big venue, basically sold out. So, I'm a fan of theirs. I think the last song they came to Sanremo, I didn't really have any feelings about. Like it was fun. They always perform it well, they always sound good, but it wasn't for me. Whereas this year, I really enjoyed this song a great deal. But I do like someone new going to Eurovision. Like I loved Brividi and I love Mahmood, but even when he went the second time, I was like, nah, but he was just there. But
Ian, Emma, she came. Was it 21st? Did Eugenie just say in 2014?
I love that song.
That she didn't do better.
Their song was very good this year. I think she did all right. It's just I think this one was just lost out against some of the other ones. And actually, it was noticeable this week. Quite a few people upped their game towards the end of the week, and jumped up. But song was good. I think her performance tonight was maybe not quite as engaging as earlier in the week.
I don't know. I actually thought she was quite good tonight, honestly.
I think she worked with the camera better before. As a television performance, I think it's probably better earlier in the week. But a solid result. But yeah, no, I think she just lost out again. The standard was so high this year. I think that's the thing that you look at the top five, any one of them was justifiably the winner, and actually beyond that, there's the next few up to the top 10. There was all of them were, I think, were justifiably could have won it. So just a tough year.
I suppose one of the.
So I'm guessing that you guys.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was going to say. I imagine you're going to say somewhere in the top 10 as well. So, but forgive me for saying that if that's not right. But do you think it'll be a big fan favorite, a Eurovision fan favorite?
It could be.
I think this could be.
We're talking about the winning song, not.
Yeah.
No, I think it's very catchy. It's got a good bounce to it. It'll do well in places like Euroclub, and yeah, at Eurovision itself, I think this will build a good momentum. It's got the fun aspect that a lot of Eurovision fans look for.
It's one that's easily playable in a lot of clubs and stuff because it doesn't have to have a dance remix or something like that. That's always the issue with ballads. They can get lost a bit in the fan circles because it tends to be the more clubby tracks that get played a lot more. And so inevitably there'll be dance remixes of them, which is a bit odd. But yeah, it's definitely got that instant playability. So it could do quite well. Just
MZ London says that it only needs to shave 9 seconds to get within the Eurovision time. They could just speed it up. Nobody would know the difference. Joel off Lanois is my winner. And Isi Manga, Annalisa and Angelina Mango, amazing best choice. Joel Mache Todisco Atha. It's been lovely having people in the chat room this time of night. It's just amazing. Mike, Belgian point of view, is it going to be a big summer hit?
In Belgium, I don't think so because, unfortunately, Italian music is not really that hot in Belgium. It's usually a lot of Spanish influences. And I think Lanoia, maybe Lanoia could do it, but I doubt it. I mean, also the last Italian songs, besides Måneskin, did not really do well in the Belgian radios, or we never hear him outside of Eurovision. So the Spanish ones are usually more playable in the radios here in Belgium, but the Italian ones, unfortunately, not.
And where are you going to guess that she's going to finish?
I think definitely top 5 could be possible. If she's going to win, I don't know, but I think top 5 top 10 for sure, top 5 maybe. But I think, obviously top 10.
Final question to you, Eugenio. Might she sing some of it in English?
No. No. I don't think she will do. I think it will be a bad decision to do that, even if it's only partial. I think one of the beauty
It's
of
not a song that
Eurovision.
needs to be understood.
Yeah, no. I think it's a song that needs to be danced, and that's it. We're not known for a great English pronunciation either, so I wouldn't really bother. But a lot of people is right now is asking via X to convince San Marino to invite Annalisa in the final and send her to the Eurovision Song Contest, which technically is possible.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
They did it with Achille Lauro.
With a different song.
With a different Annalisa have loads of songs, so
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure that she can find the song in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, she could send the same song.
She could.
Phil, will you put everybody on the screen, please? Because we're coming to the end of the show. Michelle. Michelle. Listen, it's been absolutely fantastic week. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. We've had loads of people in the chat room on Friday, loads of people this evening, and thank you for watching on playback. Just before we finish, there's an anniversary. Well, there are two anniversaries. This year is the 50th anniversary of ABBA winning Eurovision. It's also the 50th anniversary of Giulio Cinquetti coming second with C. And it's the 60th anniversary of Giulio Cinquetti winning with a song about when she was 16 being too young for love. And she gave us a lovely performance of it. And I thought we could finish, all of us, singing a couple of lines of Noholita, as we say, no, don't look like that, Michelle. And I'm going to get the sack. I don't care anymore. As we say, thank you very much. Time for bed. It's been a wonderful Sanremo. It's been a wonderful Sanremo. Thank you, Eugenio.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stop televoto.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Excelente. Ciao.
Ciao. It was very nice to be here. Anytime you can invite me.
Thank you very much. And Valmogot. Buonanotte. Good morning. Good afternoon. Oh no, you said it's nighttime now. Thank you to everybody in the chat room. Thank you to everybody for watching. And we look forward to seeing you again this time next year at 2 o'clock in the morning. We're going to finish by singing.
Andy, what about us? You never said thank you to us.
Oh. Let it help. Put yourselves on full screen.
I'll have you know that I was 2 weeks old when ABBA won with Waterloo. That's how young I am this year.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, so thank you very much, Phil and Michelle. Thank you for inviting me to host. You can start off with Noelita.
I don't know what you're on about. No idea.
Come on then, Andy. We can do it. Me.
It's Donna's song.
Noleta.
Na 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 na. Run the credits.
I can hear dolphins.
I'm just gonna let this run.
No, run the
credits. Because it's time to go to bed. That's enough. I'm gonna get to